everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Caterina, or Cat for short. In today's pick a card reading, our topic is something is working out in your favor. So this can be any situation that you have going on in your life, and we're going to take a look at what that is and how it's working out for you. Once you choose your card, you can find the timestamps in the description box below, which will take you directly to your reading. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is also linked below. Please remember that is the only way to book any of my services. If anyone ever reaches out to you, just know that is not me. All right, something is working out in your favor. Can we have a card for group number 1, please? Can we have a card for group number 2, please? Can we have a card for group number 3, please? All right, there we go. Group number 1, you have playing it safe. It's also number 6 and intention. And you also have the peach moonstone. Group number 2, you have number 6, consciousness and deserving. You also have the confetti sunstone. Group number 3, you have number 1, events and great achievement. And you have the golden healer. Please take as long as you need choosing your card or cards, and I'll see you in your readings. Hello, group number 1. You have the peach moonstone, and your card is number 6, intention and playing it safe. The energy that I'm getting from this card is that you played it safe with something. Maybe an opportunity came into your life and you thought about it and you said, no, I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. So in your case, playing it safe is working out in your favor because there is something else that's coming into your life. So there's going to be a new opportunity or a shift in your life, depending on exactly what you have going on in your life, because this is a general reading, so it's going to vary a little bit. And it's going to be much better than anything else that came up in the meantime would have been. So I feel like there's a couple different scenarios going on here. I feel some of you may want to play it safe because you have a fear of change or because you like where you are. You don't want to step outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like that's going to change coming up because there's going to be something when you see what's coming up for you. You're going to know, oh my gosh, that would work for me. Or you're going to know that this is a healthy risk that you can take. And on the other hand, I feel some of you had an opportunity for something and something just didn't feel right. And you're like, no, I think I'm going to stay where I am right now. And that's also going to pay off for you because first of all, had you accepted this other opportunity, I feel like it just would have been one big headache after another. I'm just feeling like there would have been a lot of complications, a lot of headaches. And so playing it safe is paying it off for you. Playing it safe is paying off for you because there's something else coming in that's much, much better, much more suited to you. So yeah, no, regardless of why you were playing it safe or you are playing it safe, that's going to pay off for you because had you moved from where you are right now, this new opportunity, I feel, could have passed you by. But this opportunity is meant for you, and that's exactly why you didn't accept a different opportunity or why you haven't moved on from where you are right now. So everything's going to come together for you. It's almost like I feel like there's something serendipitous happening here, something kind of magical happening where everything just kind of falls into place for you, and then all of a sudden you're no longer here, you're somewhere else, but you're like, oh my gosh, and it's like all this excitement, like, look at how everything worked out for me. Can you imagine if I would have left here, this other thing never would have happened and I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I feel something like that's going to happen for you. What else can you tell? Okay, thank you. Is this one or two? I think that's two. So we have your cards. Didn't even really have to ask. So your first card, Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Well, this is kind of what we're talking about because you stayed put. You stayed grounded. So being grounded in this case could be quite literal that you stayed where you were, and that's going to pay off really, really big. It's going to really pay off for you. And with Cosmic Ancestor, I feel like you had something telling you, stay where you are, don't move yet, this isn't the right time. Something like that was going on. So yeah, it's going to pay off for you. And you will know when it's time to move on. You will absolutely know, because I'm feeling this shift that's coming in, whether it's an opportunity or something kind of floating into your life, shifting your perspective, whatever it is, you are going to know. Like, there's going to be no denying that this is what you should move on. All right, then we have Inner Earth. You'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. So I feel some of you are feeling like you made a mistake by not moving on from your situation. Some of you may feel, okay, so where you are right now, some of you may be feeling restless, like, oh, maybe I should have moved on from where I am before because now I'm feeling like I don't belong here anymore. Something like that could be happening. Now, the reason why that could be happening is because you're starting to feel internally that a shift is upon you. A shift is coming in. And so you could be feeling restless or anxious because intuitively you know, or maybe not intuitively, maybe subconsciously you know that things are going to change for you soon. But so it could be an anxious feeling, like you can't quite put your finger on it, but you feel there's something in the air, but you're not sure what it is. So that could just be you getting ready to recognize this new opportunity. And some of you with this card could be feeling like, oh no, I should have taken that opportunity. Now I feel like I've been left out. I should have taken that opportunity because now I really don't feel happy where I am. And so you could be kind of kicking yourself saying, ah, man, I can't believe I let that opportunity pass me by. However, you have new solutions and beginnings that are coming in. And also, do you see how this card is a very grounding card? And this card is talking about staying grounded and seed the light by staying grounded. So you will be receiving because you stayed grounded. So this is working out for you, big time. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? Snow, rest and contemplation. Do you see what I'm saying? This is working out in your favor. There's something, there was something in your intuition that told you to stay put, and you were right. Regardless of what your situation is, you were not supposed to move at that particular time. For some of you, it could be a literal move. For others of you, it was just like you weren't supposed to move from one thing to another. And part of it is because this other thing, I feel like you weren't getting the full picture on it. I feel like if you went into that prior situation and you were in there for a little while, you would have said, oh, why did I accept this new opportunity? There's just something with it that it just would not have worked out. And do you see how we have rest and contemplation? So again, we're staying grounded. We're not doing anything yet. It is not the right time. So snow, obviously that's, showing when it's cold outside. This is not the time to plant seeds and watch them sprout from the ground because that won't work. So you see what I'm saying? How if you would have accepted a situation, it just wouldn't have worked out for you. So absolutely, this is the time for you to rest and wait for something to come to you that is not what came to you before, because there was something wrong with that. So let's see what else we have. We have mushroom recycling, breaking down problems. Yeah, very interesting. The recycling is really catching my attention because I feel that, first of all, you have butterflies all over this card. So what that is telling me, and with the recycling, it's like there's going to be a new way of doing things. There's going to be a new opportunity, but it's going to look and feel different than the first thing that came into your life. And if you didn't have any opportunity that came in, then what I feel is that you're breaking down problems, you're breaking down your situation. So you might be breaking down, why am I playing it safe? Why am I so grounded? And the reason why you could be starting to think differently and think, you know what, maybe I am ready for a change. It's because this new opportunity is coming in. So it's like subconsciously your body is getting your mind ready to take a leap of faith. Whereas if this opportunity came in before, you may have been too afraid to take that leap of faith, or you may have felt like, oh, I don't know. But see, what's happening is your intuition is being heightened. And when this new opportunity appears, you're going to be ready to just jump on it. Okay. So yeah, with recycling, I feel that something is coming back around. It's not the same situation that came around before, but something's coming back around. You're looking at things differently. You're seeing things differently. You're finding solutions to the problems that you're having, because you're not meant to play it safe anymore. It's time for you to move on and change your life and do something new. What else can you tell us for group number 1, please? Something is working out in group number 1's favor. Ooh, interesting. See, so here, this is the 4 of Cups. Do you see, this is another card showing that you are grounded, that you're staying in place, that these other 3 opportunities that came in for you did not feel right, that you were feeling very comfortable where you were, and you weren't ready for something new yet. So it's like you've become aware of where you are. I'm feeling like you've become aware that you have been too grounded, that it's time for a change, because there's something going on in your environment, in your life, where you wanted to rest. You wanted to contemplate things. You wanted to play it safe. But then it's like a problem became apparent with you doing this. And so now you're saying, well, maybe I do want change. So I'm feeling like with breaking down problems, something about where you are right now could be becoming problematic for you. And that is why some of you are having regrets for not accepting a prior opportunity. Some of you may be having regrets for just not taking a leap of faith. Some of you may just be feeling a little restless with where you are. So with this 4 of Cups, I feel like you have definitely been in a place of contemplation, especially with breaking down problems. It's kind of like, what is the problem here? Why am I feeling uncomfortable? And I feel that you've gone into like this place of kind of meditation, looking at things, seeing, what changes you want to make in your life. And that is happening at the perfect time, because pretty soon you're going to have this new opportunity that comes in with this cup here. And it's going to be like an aha moment where it's like, oh my gosh, I was just feeling so anxious, and look at that opportunity that's coming in right there. But you would have missed this whole thing had you moved on from this situation. So do you see what I'm saying? How playing it safe is working in your favor? So you have materialism. Oh, this is very interesting. So the materialism, this is the Devil card. So I feel that what's happening, this is what I was just talking about. You're starting to feel stuck, and you're starting to feel restless, and you're starting to feel like, hey, can I change my mind? Because I do want to make a change. But again, this is happening at this exact moment because of this new opportunity that's coming in, because this new opportunity that's coming in is meant for you. The other one wasn't, if you had a prior opportunity. And before, if you would have had this restless feeling, this could have missed you because you would have been gone. You wouldn't have been grounded. So there's a reason why you were feeling tied down. I mean, I feel like you didn't feel tied down before when you were playing it safe, but now you're starting to feel tied down, and you're starting to feel like you want to spread your wings and maybe entertain a new opportunity, and that's exactly what's going to happen for you. This period of rest and contemplation is coming to an end for you, but not before you're ready. You will be very much done with breaking down problems, thinking about things, and being grounded. You're going to say, okay, I am ready to spread my wings. Let's go. And I feel that's exactly why you have all of these butterflies here, because there's some sort of transition that's happening in your life. So I feel that you won't feel stuck and tied down for very long. It's like long enough so that you know for sure, beyond a doubt, that you're ready for a change. It's interesting. So you have the Seven of Swords. Okay, there's a lot coming through here. And it's kind of what I said before. Sorry, I had to wait for it all to come through. It's kind of what I said before, where I'm getting a sense that you're going to regret playing it safe. You may have regrets about not taking that opportunity, or, oh, why have I been here so long? But this is not going to last long. It's not going to last long at all. And what is so interesting is, look at this person playing the trumpets here. So it's very similar to the Judgment card. And with the Judgment card, it's kind of like a wake-up call. And I feel that you've had some sort of wake-up call with playing it safe. And, you know, the trumpets are very similar to, you see the fireworks going off here? So it's a similar energy that I'm picking up, where something is going to spark your interest. Something is saying, hey, enough of playing it safe. You've been stuck here, grounded, or not stuck, but you've been grounded in the same place for so long that now you're feeling stuck, but you're not really stuck. Okay. So yeah, I feel like you're literally changing your tune on things, and your energy is shifting. The way that you look at your future is shifting also. So yeah, this makes sense. So here you have the Four of Swords. And this is when you were playing it safe. This is when you were resting, when you were thinking about things. You see how the Four of Swords is right below the snow, the rest and contemplation. And this is an interesting Four of Swords, because this person is not resting. This person in this reading has already rested. Because remember I said the snow is melting, or whatever words I used. This is coming to an end, so you're about to go into a new cycle, a new season. Which is really interesting, because here the snow's melting, and then you have the butterflies here. So there's a new life waiting for you out there. All you have to do, and it's like I said earlier, this opportunity, this shift in your life, it's not going to appear until you're ready. So you can rest and contemplate to a comfortable position. Like, I feel like it's not going to take you that long to figure this out, that now you're feeling chained and that you want to make a change in your life. And all you have to do is just open up this gate right here. Like, if you could see, there's a gate right here, and walk through. So nothing's really holding you back, and you didn't miss out on anything. So here you have the Three of Pentacles. Things are coming together for you. I feel in an unexpected way even. Something is just going to kind of appear in your life, and you're going to look at it and you're going to say, oh my gosh, look at that. Is that what I've been waiting for? And then you're going to explore that, and yeah, things are going to come together for you. You're going to start taking steps toward a new beginning that you have. And it's going to be a situation where you say, oh, I never thought about it that way. But things are coming together. So you see the one thing, this thing that we have here with the Four of Cups, you see this cup here and you contemplate that and say, oh, yeah, maybe I should pursue that. And then once you see that, then you really realize, you start to realize how stuck you have been feeling, and that yes, you are ready for a change. So yeah, something kind of materializes, and you see the Three of Pentacles right here, how everything is coming together and everything just works. So it's kind of surprising how everything just kind of falls into place for you. But yeah, this is I think the third time that I have picked up this energy where something surprising is happening, something serendipitous is happening, something out of the blue is kind of landing in your lap. And it turns out it's like, oh, that's exactly what I've been looking for. And then you have the Eight of Pentacles. Ooh, this is an interesting Eight of Pentacles. Very interesting. I feel that what you've been doing, so being so grounded and playing it so safe, is no longer working for you. And do you see how this person is contemplating, saying, I don't know if this is working for me anymore. And this door is opening for you. There's something else out there for you. And it's going to be so fulfilling. It's going to be very fulfilling, because I feel where you are right now, or what you're doing right now, I feel that at one point in time it was fulfilling, and I feel that it was fulfilling because you were supposed to stay there for a certain amount of time. And the reason why you were supposed to stay there is so that this other opportunity could float into your life. So you were meant to stay where you are until you got to the point where you're no longer comfortable playing it safe. And so that you feel so uncomfortable that you are ready for a change. And everything's lining up perfectly, because that's happening at the exact same time that this new beginning is right here for you. And I also feel like the time that you spent here playing it safe, that was not wasted time. I feel that you accomplished things here that you were meant to accomplish. Maybe you learned lessons, or you learned something there that you were meant to do. So don't feel like, oh, I wasted time or anything like that, because this played out exactly how it was supposed to play out for you. So you have the you have the Six of Cups. This is another card for me personally that can show that something is falling into your lap. An amazing opportunity, a chance meeting with somebody, just a flash of an idea that you get, that it could be something that was right in front of you for so long, and you just didn't put two and two together, and then all of a sudden you have this flash of inspiration, a flash of clarity, and you're saying, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. This could also be an idea that you had in the past. Now it's time to pursue that. Before, maybe you thought about pursuing something before and it just wasn't time. So maybe this whole time you've been kind of working on things behind the scenes with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. And Spirit is saying, okay, It's time now to take this thing that you've been working on for a while and bring it out into the open. Really start pursuing this, whatever it is. For some of you, this could be related to work. Some of you, this could be that you've been playing it safe with your career. Maybe you've had a lot of money with your career. This is just an example. This doesn't have to be about career, but you do have several cards that pointing in that direction, but it doesn't have to be. But with this materialism card, you see which is the devil, you see the coins here. So let's say you had a job that you were making a lot of money, you were playing it safe, you were very comfortable there until you weren't comfortable, right? You know how that can happen. You're going along, everything's great, and then one day it's just not great anymore and you want to make a change. So some of you, that could be the situation, and you're saying, you know what? I don't know, I'm not happy here anymore. I wonder if I could make money doing something that I love. Excuse me, doing something that I love. Something that I've always done. Maybe I can, work on that and make money doing that. So, do you see what I'm saying about like recycling and breaking down problems with this? With recycling, it's like looking at something from a different perspective. Kind of looking back on things and see like something like a memory that you have or something from the past, you're seeing it different now, or it is different now. So let's say maybe you tried to make money with a passion that you had before and it didn't quite work out. Maybe you had to break down why it didn't work out and recycle things and see things differently and try different things. And now it's going to work out for you because things are coming together for you. So yeah, here you have the 7 of Pentacles. It's like reevaluating things. Excuse me. See, with my voice, I feel like there's something at this point that you need to let go of. So yeah, it's like you need to let go of playing it safe. That's exactly what it is. And that's going to work out in your favor. So with the 7 of Pentacles, there's a lot of contemplation going on here. You have contemplation because the 7 of Pentacles talks about contemplation. So you were grounded here, you were grounded here. You're coming up with new solutions and new beginnings here. You're resting here and staying grounded. This is definitely a grounding card. You're grounded here. You're grounded in these 2 cards. And some of you are looking at how much you've been grounded in the past and you're wanting to change that. So with the 7 of Pentacles, there's contemplation about what changes should I make going forward so that I no longer feel attached to my past. So there's huge, huge, huge changes coming in for you. There's this new beginning, and it's going to be very exciting for you. Yeah. So you have the Strength card, because when I said it's going to be very exciting for you, I was feeling like it is also going to be a little bit scary in the beginning. See, that's the important thing. In the beginning, it's going to be a little bit scary, but you're going to get a hold of your fears, I feel, pretty quickly. And I just see you moving on from something and taking a leap of faith where you're no longer playing it safe. And things are coming together in your benefit. Even in the Strength card, you're contemplating something. There's so much contemplation going on in your reading. Let's see what we have next. So the High Priestess. You're definitely seeing things that you didn't see before. See, this is interesting that this High Priestess is actually behind a fence and so is playing it safe. So do you see what I'm saying? This is like a visual representation of what I've been saying throughout this whole reading. You were playing it safe, but now you're realizing that playing it safe is no longer working for you and it's time to make a change. At first, when this first happens, you're not sure what that feeling is. This is that kind of anxious feeling that I was talking about earlier, where you're saying, ooh, like, why do I feel this way? What's going on? And so you really start to dig in to that feeling and understand why you're feeling that way. And then you come to the conclusion that playing it safe is no longer working for you and it's time for a change. So then what happens with the high priestess is you start to contemplate, where do I go from here? What do I do? You start looking at your future. I feel that you're also looking at your past and coming to terms with where you've been and realizing that you no longer want to be there, and that's okay. The thing that wouldn't be okay is if you stay there after you know that it's time to make a change. Like I said, with the Four of Swords, you have already rested here and you're ready to move forward. Do you see how this person's looking forward? So you've gotten the answers from the High Priestess. You've already rested and you're ready to move forward. So here you have the Eight of Cups. Do you see what I'm saying? This is a continuation of what I was just saying. You get the answers, you've rested, you've contemplated, and you are ready to move on from something. This is what I'm saying. Playing it safe once worked for you, but with this Eight of Cups, it's no longer working. And Spirit is saying it is okay to move on from something. It's no longer giving you what you need. And that is okay. That's, things change. We always shift things. We have to leave things behind. We have to move on. And sometimes we're meant to play it stay safe and stay where we are. And for you, that worked out in your favor, but it's changing for you. The King of Wands, yeah, it's time to move on so that you feel passionate about things again. Because I feel you've lost your passion for where you are right now. And I feel that you're going to find either a new passion or doing things in a different way is going to reignite your passion for something. So there's also, the King of Wands is also solution oriented, figuring things out, solving problems. So any problems that you're having with Inner Earth of saying, oh no, am I stuck here forever? No, you're not. You're going to figure things out. And again, this also happens at the same time where you're figuring out what the problem is, because I feel that it comes to the surface, like you're feeling anxious, you're feeling uncomfortable. You don't even know what the problem is at first, but then you realize, oh, it's because I need to make some changes in my life. And you're coming up with kind of like an action plan on how to move forward. At the same time, okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit that a little bit. So I don't know exactly where I'm going to cut that and start talking again. So I was talking, we were almost done with your reading, and all of a sudden my lights went out. So you'll probably see that. And I don't know what happened because the electricity didn't go out. It was very, very strange. So I don't know if that means something regarding your situation and having like a light bulb moment, or who knows what that meant. But what I was saying is that things are happening at the right time. So you're getting the solutions, like you're realizing why you're feeling anxious and what the solution is. So you're saying, okay, I'm really anxious. I want to make some changes in my life. And you're coming up with a solution that, oh, okay, I should move on from where I am and look for something new. Well, at the same time that you're thinking about that, these new opportunities are coming into your life. So everything is like flowing together at the perfect time. And I feel that's why you have the Three of Pentacles here, because everything's coming together. I mean, it is divine timing from all different directions for you in your situation. So that is what I have for you. I'm sorry that the lights went out. So sorry if I kind of went over things again at the very end there, but I wanted to make sure that I said everything because again, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to have to edit this. So if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 2. You have the Confetti Sunstone, and your card is number 6, Consciousness and Deserving. So I feel something that's going on for you, or something that has been going on, is that you've been waiting for something. And I feel that like this wait is working out in your favor. And I feel that there's a huge transformation that's coming in for you. And do you see the light shining down on this person here and on the flowers? So I feel that it's like time for you to harvest what you've been working on. Something's coming together for you. Your patience is paying off. And I feel like it's going to pay off really, really, like in a really, really big way, just because of all of the flowers that you have here, because I'm feeling like you're going to have your pick of opportunities. You're going to have your choice of the direction you go. And it's all because you had this patience, because you were tending to something, you were taking care of something, you were visualizing, manifesting. I feel like you never gave up on whatever it is that you were working toward. And that is going to pay off for you tremendously. Do you see there's butterflies all over here? So yeah, there's a huge transformation. So do you see what I'm saying about this waiting period? I feel like you were kind of in a holding pattern, a holding cycle, something like that, where you were still hopeful that things were going to come together. And I am telling you, the sacrifices that you've put into something, it's going to pay off. It's really, really going to pay off for you. And I feel that it could even turn out better than what you have imagined. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Something is working out, thank you, in group number 2's favor. I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destined life. Oh, see, I remember. I feel like whatever this is that you have been waiting for is something that is meant to happen in your life. And I feel like when you have this harvest here, so, okay, let me back up a minute. When you were working on this, trying to get to the point of harvesting your dreams, I feel that at certain times you wondered, wait a minute, am I on the right path? Are things working out for me? And then once you reach this harvest, you're saying, no, I remember I am on the right path. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I feel like that's what's happening with these 2 cards. Let's see what else we have for you. Earth, school, life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. So I feel like this is what you were doing before you got to the harvest here, and it's paying off. Because remember I said you may have had to sacrifice something or, a lot in your life to get to this harvest here. And I feel like that's what you went through here. Some sort of learning, some sort of putting things together, putting a plan together, maybe going through life lessons, but you are definitely going through some sort of soul growth, and you're landing exactly where you're supposed to be at exactly this point in time. Everything's working out for you. So yeah, this is just the beginning for you. This is absolutely just the beginning, and things get much easier from this point forward. So if it looked like the sacrifices that you went through over here were not going to be worth it, it is turning out very much in your favor. All right, what else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Something is working out in group number 2's favor. Okay, and this one, I feel... Tend, maintenance, encouragement, guidance. Isn't this what I said you were doing over here? Yeah, it is. So this is paying off for you. And see, the feeling that I'm getting here is that you're doing something that's in your heart, something that you're being called to do, and it's going to pay off for you. So you've been working on something so much. You've been putting your heart and soul into something. The reason why you've been doing that is because it's written in your soul plan. That's something that you are supposed to be doing. Now, I feel what's coming in between doing that and harvesting, it could be certain things that you had to accomplish or you had to finish within your soul contract before you could harvest this over here. So what I mean by that is there could have been certain things that you needed to get closure on, certain things that you needed to complete outside of what you were working on here. Some things may have needed to come to an end with the life lessons and the soul growth in order for you to fully embrace this new beginning that's coming in here. Because I keep getting that there was something very difficult that you were going through, and at certain times you wanted to give up as you were moving toward this harvest here. But Spirit is saying that anything that was lost while you were so focused on this harvest, it was there for a reason. It wasn't supposed to be there forever. So anything that is with you at the end when you're harvesting, that is something that is meant to be there as you go forward. Anything else that kind of fell away, it was just to get you to kind of a higher plane. And kind of what I'm picking up is to allow you to see what is deserving to stay in your life as you level up, because you are about to level up. What else? Cup of tea, patience, and reassessment. Yes, yes, yes. Patience is your friend. So I feel like what's happening here, you get this harvest and then you are reassessing things. And I feel like you've done this throughout this process, because remember when I said here with life lessons, there were certain things that aren't meant to follow you as you move into this success. So I think you did that during this process, and then I feel like you're going to do this after you harvest here. So I'm picking up that you have a lot of patience, or at least you're trying to be patient with things. But Spirit is saying that, you know, that patience, it's paying off, because this required a lot of patience. It required tending to it and maintaining it and working toward it. And then I keep picking up that you're very in tune with your intuition, with how things feel. When something doesn't feel right, you look at that situation and figure out how to make it right. So you seem to be very contemplative with things going on in your life, with people, places, things, situations, and very much in tune with energies around you. And if something doesn't feel right, then you, I feel, are very confident in releasing those things and in welcoming new things into your life. So I feel like this cup of tea card, I feel like you're going to be doing this throughout this journey that you're on and that you're going to be furthering. And it's very much going to be beneficial for you going forward, just like it's been beneficial already. What else can you tell us for group number 2, please? Something is working out in group number 2's favor. The Temperance card. Yes, your patience is paying off. We're seeing it here. Your cups will be full. You're finding exactly what you are looking for. And okay, another thing that's coming through here is that you're finding balance. So, you know, there were a lot of sacrifices that you had to go through with your very first card, the deserving card. And those sacrifices are coming to an end. So let's just say that you had to work really, really, really hard towards something, and you had to sacrifice your hobbies, you had to sacrifice going out with your friends, maybe you had to sacrifice spending money on things. Those sacrifices are going to pay off, and now things are going to come into balance where you no longer have to sacrifice things. Maybe you were working, 60 hours a week towards something. That's going to balance out for you. Maybe you were working even more than that and you just didn't have time to do anything other than that. That's going to pay off for you. Very, very much so. And I feel also that as you go because I feel one stage is kind of ending and you're going into a new stage with the situation in your life. And as you're doing that, it's almost how it happens seamlessly, where everything just comes together for you. And the reason why is because you're on your soul path. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing at this point in your life. Therefore, you're being rewarded for that. Everything just comes together for you so easily. See, this is what I was just saying. So you have the Four of Wands here. So you've already put in so much effort and put in so much time towards something. That is going to pay off for you. Huge, 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 in a huge way. You've built a really strong foundation. I feel there could be new people coming into your life regarding a situation. So these could be friends, but I'm picking up it's more like someone who's very significant in your life at this moment in your life. So it could be somebody who has an offer for you, somebody who has insight that you need. And these people, this person or people, could become very good friends, or they could just be kind of passing through your life. But I feel that these people are tied to your soul contract. So you're going to be meeting very, very important people in your life. And some of you, they absolutely will have an offer for you, because when I look at this card, see, there's kind of this doorway here. And do you see this person has his hand kind of like, hey, here's, this could be yours back here. And this person also seems to be very inviting. They both seem to be very inviting and kind of waiting for you to step forward with a new opportunity. So yeah, you've reached a level of success already. There's something else coming in for you that's going to further that success. So you have the Six of Swords. Yes, this is what I've been talking about. Your patience is paying off. I feel like you did so much hard work up front, and now you're moving into a different phase of the situation where things get easier for you. See, especially with study and higher learning, I feel for some of you, you may have been studying something. Maybe you were in school, maybe you were in a job where you were getting on the job training, and others of you may have been doing something on your own where you were trying to put something together on your own. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter how you were learning. It's the fact that you did learn, that you were grinding and grinding and grinding through this, learning things and putting those things that you learned into practice. And I feel during that time, you also had other things coming in that could have been distractions. These things, life lessons and soul growth. So maybe you had relationships that were coming in that were challenging, whether it was romantic, friendship, family, work related, whatever it is, you had all of these other challenges. Maybe different life lessons going on in your life. And so it was becoming more and more challenging. But what I'm seeing is that you handled everything with such grace And even if you feel like you didn't, your spirit guides are saying, no, you did a good job. So, because I'm feeling like some of you are like, well, I don't know how graceful that was, but ultimately you did everything the way that you should have. And so you're being rewarded for that. Things are going to be much easier for you. And I feel also like your ship is coming in, because with this Six of Swords, I am getting an energy of the Three of Wands, where you're moving out of this very, very difficult time and you handled it amazingly. And because of that, you're being rewarded. So here we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this makes so much sense, because if you're still in that grind, Spirit is saying that it is almost over. Stay strong. Things are going to get better for you. It's like there's just this one little hill that you need to get over. And on the other side of that hill, you're going to see all these flowers. I really feel like you're going to go from this to the flowers, where things just blossom. And not just blossom, but you can actually pick these flowers. You can relax a little bit. And then you can kind of, you know, reassess where you are and figure out where you're going from here. And I feel that once you're doing this, bam, that's when that new opportunity comes in for you, like the next phase. So here you have the Three of Wheels. So this is the Three of Pentacles. Your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is absolutely paying off. Do you see here how this Three of Pentacles is very similar to the Deserving card? So let's also bring in Tend, maintenance, encouragement, and guidance. This is what you've been doing. That's what you're doing in the Deserving card and the Three of Pentacles. So you're actually going from these little sprouts here on the Tend card to all of the flowers blossoming here. This person, look at this sculpture that this person is working on. It looks amazing. So you're making so much progress at this point that people are noticing that. The universe is noticing that. I mean, the universe has been taking note of everything that you've been doing. But you're going to be rewarded. See, that's what's working out in your favor. You did not sacrifice for nothing. You didn't put in all of this hard work for nothing. I feel there's an offer coming in for you, something that's going to not just take you to the next level, but it's almost like you're in an elevator and you're going way up somehow. Yeah, it's kind of like you're going from level 3 to level 10 or something. The Two of Swords. Yes, this makes a lot of sense. So I feel that there may have been some sort of delay. Your patience is paying off. Absolutely, your patience is paying off. You're going to have a decision to make coming up. You have an offer, and you may have more than one offer coming in. And you're going to have to really, really take a minute and tap into that intuition that you have that is amazing and that will work for you very, very well, because you're going to come upon a crossroads where it's time for you to move on from where you've been. You've accomplished everything you can accomplish where you are. It's time to move up, and you are going to move up. So can we see what comes after this Two of Swords? The Emperor, yeah. So you see what I'm saying? How here you have a decision to make. And I feel what the decision is like, okay, what do I want to build from here? Where do I go from here? How do I continue this level of success? Which you will be doing. So I feel I don't know if I would necessarily call it soul searching. I feel what I would call it with the Two of Swords is checking in with your soul, checking in with your soul plan, and really contemplating which direction will be aiding in the furtherance of where you want to go, where you want to see yourself. And then from there, you jump right into the Emperor card, where when you make a decision, you know that's the right decision for you. You're coming up with a plan. You are tapped into your intuition. You're going forward, and there's nothing that's going to stop you. So remember when I was saying you're going from like number 3 to number 10? It's like a huge jump. That's what I'm seeing here with the Emperor. And now you have the Empress. Wow. So there's a really kind of creative energy that I'm picking up with the Emperor and the Empress. I feel like your plans are coming together in a creative way, maybe kind of a way that could be kind of unexpected. The way that things are coming together, something about that just feels kind of unexpected, maybe because of the time that it took to get here. There's definitely a new cycle, a new beginning, giving birth to a new situation, leveling up even more than you already have. And I just feel like things are coming together. It's kind of like being in the right place at the right time, meeting the right people at the right time, receiving an offer at the right time. It's kind of like a mix of all of those things happen with divine timing at the precise moment. It's like everything all at once comes together. Everything is in alignment at the perfect time, which opens up this new avenue for you. The King of Pentacles. You achieve your vision. And I feel that, when we look at something is working out in your favor, in your particular case, I feel that things were working in your favor, but it's more the patience, I feel. The grind is working in your favor. Having all that patience, never giving up is working in your favor, and things are becoming much easier for you from this point forward. I feel what's happening here is that you're discovering a way to expand on what it is that you've already achieved. It's kind of like you achieved some big success and you were contemplating, okay, where do I go from here? Can I expand on this? Should I try something different? What should I do? And then just as you're contemplating all of that, I feel something opens up for you so that you can expand, so that you can keep doing what you're doing, but you're able to expand on it. So let me just give you an example. Let's say, because you have the King of Pentacles here, that's why I'm thinking about this, but it doesn't have to be work related. It definitely could be, but it doesn't have to be. So let's say with the King of Pentacles that you started your own business and you were in kind of like boutique-y, maybe you had a little boutique store and you're very, very successful, like very successful. Maybe you developed some kind of product or something and you're very successful and you're very, very happy with your success. And then something comes along. Maybe someone says, hey, have you ever thought of expanding to, instead of just your local area, have you thought about going statewide? Have you thought about going all over the country? And whether or not you have contemplated that before, there's some sort of opportunity or idea or something that person is saying, hey, well, you could do it this way. So for some of you, it could be a partnership. For some of you, it's somebody just planting an idea in your mind. But there's definitely expansion that's coming in for you. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? So we start with the Three of Pentacles. So the wheels, these are pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles here, this is where you're working, you're grinding, you're almost kind of like making a name for yourself, and you enjoy what you're doing, which is exactly what I got with the deserving card over here. You're enjoying the process. And then you get to a certain point where you have this crossroads, you have a new opportunity or, a way of expanding. And then all of these cards down here are expansion cards. the Eight of Pentacles, you're going from the Three of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So you're even further, you're perfecting things. You're getting noticed even more. So do you see how you're expanding from the Three of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles? And slowly but surely, this expansion, this bigger vision that you have is coming to life. And I just feel like you're so engrossed in this whole process. It's so, you love what you're doing. It's absolutely part of your soul plan. You have multiple cards, multiple tarot cards showing that. So let's see what else we have. The Judgment card. Ooh, okay. So this is below the Three of Wheels. Yeah, this is that new opportunity. This is that patience paying off because something is becoming so obvious to you that you can't ignore it. And I feel what that is that whatever this is that you're doing, you're supposed to be doing it, but it's supposed to be even bigger than how it is right now. And so at first, see, this is a continuation of what I was saying with this growth process that you're going through. There's someone or something that happens where everything kind of clicks in your mind. It's like, oh, okay, I should be doing this, or I should be expanding. I'm not meant to be kind of small and confined. I'm meant to take this bigger and broader. So you're starting to see the bigger picture with things. You're also seeing how things fit together. You're getting any missing pieces on how to get to the next phase of this plan that you have. And yeah, it's just everything is working out in your favor, like really, really well, really well. Wow. What was I just saying? Very well. You have the Star card. Okay, you are absolutely pursuing something that is in your heart, something you have a great passion for, something that you are destined to accomplish in this lifetime. And I feel that this journey, this whole thing may have started, you may have taken kind of like a leap of faith, because I'm drawn back to the Temperance card. You may have been searching for meaning. You may have been searching for substance in your life. And some of you may have started doing whatever this is kind of on a whim or kind of as a hobby or something like that. And then someone took note of it, because I feel with the Three of Pentacles, you're kind of going about your business, you're doing something. And then how this person is looking over here, it's like somebody says, hey, what are you doing there? And then this person's like, oh, me? I'm just making the sculpture. And then somebody's like, wait a minute, you're doing what? Like, that's amazing. Why don't you like sell that or make money with that? And then I feel that that's kind of where this harvest comes in, where you're very deserving of this new opportunity that's coming in. Your patience is paying off. And I feel that's where this crossroads come in, where you're like, wow, could I really do this? Could I make this bigger? And then you develop the plan here, and slowly but surely it starts taking off. And then with the Judgment card, this is really that new opportunity, or realizing how big you can take this, something like that. And the Star card, this is you achieving this huge thing going on here with your soul plan, with your passion that you have. Everything's coming together and you are so successful. See, with the Star card, this is also showing me that something is going big, like huge, like a household name or something like that, where you're achieving this dream that you had. And was it easy getting here? No, you put in so much hard work, but it's going to be worth it. That's why this is working out in your favor, because your patience, your hard work, never giving up, you keep grinding, you keep working at it, it's paying off for you hugely. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Hello, group number 3. You have the Golden Healer, and your card is number 1, Events and Great Achievement. The energy that I'm picking up is that I feel like you took a leap of faith with something, and that is going to work out in your favor. That is going to pay off, because I feel that you took a leap of faith. I feel like you had a great vision for something. I feel like you were able to execute this plan very, very well. And it's working out in your favor. Everything's coming together. I feel like there were a lot of like little details where you had to have a lot of patience. It could be you had to learn something. You had to learn how to put this idea together. Maybe you had to practice something. Whatever it is, the time that you took to invest in this particular thing, it's going to pay off for you. You are going to achieve something, I feel, fairly soon, and it's going to start a whole new cycle for you. It's like, this is kind of like a launching pad for you into the next level of your journey. Yeah, so some of you are making a name for yourself also, definitely. Some of you, this picture could be literal. Some of you could be like an event planner or something like that, and you're making a name for yourself. Maybe you're landing a really big account and you're gonna like get your name out there. Okay, so for some of you that's literal, obviously not everybody, but you can also use that metaphorically for your situation. What else can you tell us? Okay, thank you. What else can you tell us for group number 3, please? Where's that card? This one right here wants to come out. Very specific with that card. I'm curious what it is. So let's look at that one first. Ooh, okay. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Ooh, interesting. Remember I just said a second ago, there's something important about this card. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm getting information. Some of you have already done this. Some of you lifted the veil. You started questioning things. You started questioning, where am I? What am I doing? I'm not happy where I am. Why am I not happy? How would I be happy? You know, what can I do differently to feel happy? So some of you already did this. Some of you are in the process, and some of you are about to do this. Anything unaligned must go. You had to go through this to get here. So I feel this is exactly why you took a leap of faith. Because something was like, I feel there was a huge misalignment in your life. That's why you started questioning things. That's when you kind of lifted the veil. You started to see into your soul. You started to see what it is that you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Something that would make you happy, pursuing something that would make you happy, whether that's work, a hobby, moving somewhere, finding a new group of people, some sort of, organization in your life, something like that. And by doing that, it's going to pay off for you. Child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Yeah. Why? Because you lifted that veil. And I feel that you really took a deep dive within your soul. And that's why things are working out in your favor. This is why you took a leap of faith, going on this journey here, kind of like a journey within your soul. I really feel like you went through this place of self-discovery and came out on the other side with a new idea about where you're supposed to be in your life. And I feel like you made some pretty significant changes. And that's what led up to that leap of faith. What else can you tell us for group number 3? Okay, I feel like you have 3 cards. Walking staff, support, and encouragement. Yeah. So Spirit is encouraging you to take that leap of faith. If you haven't already, Spirit is saying that would be very beneficial. It's going to work out in your favor. And you see here how there's like this pathway forward, and then it goes up here too. So I feel like there's something about taking a leap of faith and not knowing exactly where it's going to take you and where you're going to end up with this leap of faith, but you're being guided. You're not doing this alone. There's a huge transformation that's coming in for you. And I feel that there's something very, very secure about this new beginning that you have. It's, well, the reason why it's so secure is because it's written in your soul code, right? Lifting the veil, anything unaligned must go, which is telling me that everything that you're stepping into is in alignment with you, with your heart. And that's why it's going to be so stable and continue to grow. Moss, agate, positivity, and change. Yeah, there's a lot of change happening in your life. I feel like you have a vision about something. I feel like, do you see how this looks like an egg? See, that's further confirmation that I feel like you're taking a leap of faith with something. You're starting something new. You're taking a chance on something. And this is a very, very positive change that you're going to be going through. I mean, if you think it's going to work out in your favor, it's going to like be multiplied. If you're like, yeah, I think this is going to work out, everything's going to be great, well, it's going to be even more abundant than what you're thinking. Snow, rest and contemplation. Yeah, this makes sense because I feel like you did that here when you started questioning anything, when you said anything that's not aligned with my heart, with my soul, it needs to go. And I feel like you didn't take that lightly either. I feel like you really thought about things, you really contemplated things, and you made sure that things were in alignment before you made a change. So I feel like you haven't taken anything lightly throughout this journey. I feel that you have taken very deliberate steps forward, and maybe even slow steps forward to make sure that you have your footing before you take another step. All of that is going to pay off. This leap of faith is going to really, really work out in your favor. What else can you tell us? Okay, I think we're ready. The Ten of Wands. So it has not been easy. I'm seeing that here, but I feel great achievements are born from Ten of Wands. If you can get through this difficult time, then I feel like things are going to pay off for you greatly. This is working out in your favor because I feel like you had to put a grind in the beginning. You had to go through a whole process because I feel you had the weight of the world on you as you started questioning everything. And I feel for a lot of you, you had to leave a lot behind. Anything that wasn't aligned with you, right, must go. Anything that wasn't aligned with you, you had to let go of. You had to do things on your own. I feel there were a lot of things you had to learn on your own, some life lessons that you had to learn. And it's kind of like there were multiple things happening at once for you, and it was very, very difficult, but you never gave up, and you're going to be rewarded for that. So yeah, I feel like you took a leap of faith with something and it was very, very difficult at times. But the fact that you didn't give up is working out in your favor. Look at that. Your Ace of Pentacles. Do you see how that's right after the Ten of Wands? So do you see what I'm saying here? How this is paying off with this new opportunity here? You're achieving something. I feel like it's monumental, something that you're achieving, and it's leading you on this new path. And I just feel like you're pursuing something that you have a great passion for. Some of you may have kind of landed in this by accident with this leap of faith, but I'm telling you, it is paying off for you big time. This is just the beginning. So it is going to be a lot of hard work as you go forward. I still feel like there's a lot of details. Maybe you're doing something that's very detailed or very meticulous, but you love doing this, and it's going to usher in such amazing abundance in your life. I feel finances, feeling stable, feeling secure, feeling safe. Everything kind of comes into alignment. Everything feels very, very stable. So I'm also seeing that new people could be coming into your life which could be part of like your soul group. People around you in this project or whatever it is that you're doing, everything just feels so stable. The Ten of Swords. Ooh, is this interesting? Okay. I feel that I'm like getting chills. Okay. I feel this happened, and this is what led you to question everything, and anything that wasn't aligned with who you want to be and who you are had to go. Had to go. So, was this a painful process? I think it was. I think it was incredibly painful. Was it necessary? Sort of, because I feel like this is in your situation. I feel this is similar to the Judgment card, similar to the Tower card, where there was a huge shakeup in your life that lifted the veil, where you started seeing things for what they really are. And I feel that you started putting yourself first. You started putting your hopes and dreams first. So really what I'm seeing here, certain things started, like as you started questioning certain things naturally came to an end, and other things I feel you saw the reality of things. So for instance, let's say that you had friends and they all of a sudden weren't really supportive of you making changes in your life, and maybe they even did something where you felt like they stabbed you in your back. It's like, oh, okay, I don't want that energy in my life. So yeah, you just started questioning every single thing in your life. And I feel that you came to the realization that a lot of things, a lot of people, places, things, and situations were not in alignment with what you wanted. So I feel like you have kind of been through the ringer here, where you've had a lot of different things falling out of your life. I think you've had the veil lifted in multiple different ways, where you're seeing like promises broken, even in a lot of different circumstances. So it could be work, it could be family, friends. I think it really woke you up. I feel like it was a very painful process, but kind of necessary to get you to wake up to what you're supposed to be doing. Like a huge, huge, huge shift. And I feel that you rise from this and you become so powerful because you're realizing that you're self-sufficient, and not that you don't need anybody or anything, but you're realizing that you're very powerful as you are. And by releasing certain things that are draining your energy, you're becoming more and more powerful. And I feel that's why the intelligence of the universe lies within you. You're receiving that as a gift through something that was very, very painful that opened up your eyes. So this Ten of Swords is actually working out in your favor, even though it was difficult going through it, but it's actually going to be worth it. The Knight of Wands. Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? It took the Ten of Swords to kind of shake you and wake you up to a new direction, to something like a new path in your life, or to put more focus into a current path that you were on with the Ten of Swords, but things that were distracting you needed to be eliminated from your life. And with the Knight of Wands, you're rising up from the Ten of Swords with such power. I feel nothing is going to get in your way. Nothing is going to stop you. Nothing is going to distract you from where you're going. Is it going to be difficult at times? Yes, you have the Ten of Wands here, but it's going to be worth it. The Two of Wands. See, you had a decision to make. I feel that you realized kind of like you weren't living your truth. With this Ten of Swords, there's something very faulty or false within this Ten of Swords that needed to come to an end. So maybe it was a job that you had that wasn't fulfilling. Maybe you were supposed to get a raise and they ignored you and they gave someone else a raise or a promotion who didn't deserve it. And maybe, you know, whatever happened here with the Ten of Swords, it kind of got you thinking. It doesn't have to be work related, but it got you thinking, it got you contemplating, thinking like, well, I feel like I'm not able to pursue my passion, or I'm not able to be myself. Like my spark isn't being recognized or something like that. Like whatever the situation is taking away my sparkle, my spark, my zest for life. So that brings us to the Two of Wands, where you're contemplating, okay, where do I go from here? This is what I want, this Knight of Wands. How do I get there? Because this is like final. It's done, it's complete, and you need to move on from this. So the Two of Wands, there's like a lot of contemplation that we have with the Snow card. Rest and contemplation, I feel, is what you did here with the Two of Wands. And I feel that you came to the conclusion that this Ten of Swords had to happen because whatever was going on here, it wasn't sustainable. In order for you to reach this great achievement, these things, multiple things, had to come to an end here. So I feel like when you, after you rested for a minute and you contemplated, you picked yourself up and you really started to see that you could make something positive out of this. And I feel going forward, you will, or you did start to see that the universe is supporting you, that you're bringing in new supportive people or new supportive situations. Anything that was lost here with the Ten of Swords will be replaced going forward. The Five of Wands. Yeah, so this is that contemplation. I feel that for a little while, you have the Two of Wands where you're thinking about things, you're trying to make a decision. And then you have the Five of Wands. So I feel that for a while you are trying to make sense of things. And so it's kind of like going back and forth. What happened here with the Ten of Swords? Why did this happen? How did this happen? And then I think through this process of looking at things and getting a different perspective on things, I feel that's when you really started to realize, well, I deserve better than what I had here. And then I feel that you really, really started to realize and why this happened, and almost a sense of gratitude that that happened, and seeing a new opportunity here. So yeah, it truly lifted the veil, and you're seeing like the truth of the situation, how out of alignment things were, but you're also seeing how to fix the situation. The Hierophant, you're not afraid to, I keep hearing break the rules and do things differently. I feel like you're also coming up with a new way of doing things. So, you know, that really makes sense, how you're not afraid to break the rules and do things differently. Take a leap of faith, start something new. It's kind of like you're breaking out of the norm, breaking out of the box, breaking out of a matrix or something with this Ten of Swords, because anything unaligned must go. And then we come down here, we have the Ten of Wands. I feel that was a difficult process for you. And then you're coming back into alignment with things, with the Hierophant. Things do have a divine order in your life, even though it may not have seemed like it when you were going through the Ten of Swords. that was a very, very painful process that you had to go through. But it was leading you to a much better place. And I feel like you're getting understanding. You either are or will have a better understanding of why things happened the way they did. The Seven of Cups. You're seeing things for what they are and what they were, because there's something going on with where you were, how things were kind of, you weren't seeing things for what they really were, but that veil was lifted. You see things for what they really are, and you're seeing that you deserve better. And you're also, I feel, there's a sense with this Phoenix rising that we have here on the Ten of Swords where you're no longer afraid to go after what you deserve. And through this whole process, that's how you're getting to this great achievement. So it's kind of like a tricky, complicated process that's going on here. But I feel now you're able to decipher the good from the bad, the good opportunities compared to the opportunities that look good on the surface, but they're really not. And I feel there's something that happened with your intuition where maybe you ignored your intuition before or something, but you're really coming to a place where you can kind of spot things very, very quickly. So you're listening to your intuition, and given these new opportunities, you're really going to tune into your intuition before moving forward, before saying yes to any new opportunities. And that's going to make your life much easier. And that's also what's leading you to this great achievement. Okay, we have 2 cards, and you already saw that one, so maybe we should just set them both down. So you have the Seven of Wands. I feel with the Seven of Wands, you know, again, you have a different perspective on things, and something unexpected happened because this is below the Ten of Swords. So do you see what's happening here? The Ten of Swords happened. It was an unfortunate set of circumstances. However, it was necessary. It woke you up because with the Seven of Wands, you're seeing things differently. You have a higher perspective of things, and you have like a greater ability to handle things than you did before. I feel you're very, very protective of your energy at this point. And you only allow things to come in that are worth your time and your energy. So then we have the Four of Swords. This was the card that was on the bottom of the Seven of Wands. So with the Four of Swords, I feel like this was part of lifting the veil. I feel like you went through a healing process regarding the Ten of Swords here. And this is also that rest and contemplation where you really started thinking about where you want to direct your energy. I feel like you went through a lot of healing here. There was a lot of coming to terms with where you've been and where you want to go in your life. I feel like this is a blessing in disguise. This Ten of Swords was a blessing in disguise. The Ten of Swords is actually working out in your favor, because not only is it opening your eyes to the fact that you didn't belong where you were anymore, it was time for you to move on, but it's also opening your eyes to what you deserve and what your soul wants. And I feel like you're finding the answers that were missing in your life before, that is leading you down this path with this new opportunity where you're going to achieve something so great, and you can take this great achievement as far as you want to go. The Page of Wands. See, this is what I'm saying, how the Ten of Swords got you thinking about things. It got you thinking about, what do I have passion for? What do I want to be doing? Where do I see myself going from here? It really got you kind of exploring your life, doing a deep dive as far as where have I been? Where do I want to go? And I feel that you really did a lot of like research, soul searching before committing to anything, because the Page of Wands, you know, I feel like you didn't have enough information to commit to something here, but you were putting your feelers out there. You were testing the waters. You were seeing what's out there, seeing what catches your eye, and you contemplated everything. I feel like you really, really contemplated every option that you had, and you started to see that you're not limited. You're not limited by the Ten of Swords, that this is actually a blessing in disguise. It was like an opportunity in disguise. And you started to see things from a very positive angle. And so by doing that, I feel that there was just like this incredible force that was born within you. Kind of like we're seeing with the Seven of Wands here, where it's like, okay, you know what? If I made it through that and I came out on the other side and I'm okay, I think I can really make it through anything. And so I think in a really weird way, the Ten of Swords gave you the confidence to go after your dreams, to go after something that you've been missing in your life. Really interesting how things took kind of like a twist in your situation here. And then you have the Four of Wands. So this is exactly what I've been talking about. It's leading you down this path. You see the white road here? It's leading you down this path to something that is going to offer you stability and offer you a place where you can grow and you can be in this new situation for as long as you want to be in the situation. I feel this is something that's going to follow you and be with you for the rest of your life. So there's a new opportunity. There's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of structure, and you can trust this new beginning. This is something that is faithful, something that I feel is very reciprocal, where you're landing in the right place at the right time, and you're in situations that align with what you want. They align with people, places, things, and situations align with your values. Some of you picked up and moved somewhere. Some of you started a new career. Some of you had just kind of this epiphany to change your friend group for one reason or another. And you're really coming into this great achievement because everything is coming together. See, this Four of Wands is an achievement card. This is a celebration card. Something has happened here where things have come together. Things are working in unison. There's like a team that you have here. Whereas before, with the Five of Wands, there was something that wasn't, it was like a battle, like trying to get anything done. It was a very slow process. Things weren't working like they should. But here with the Four of Wands, everything is flowing very, very easily for you. So let's say, for instance, with the Ten of Swords, let's say that you lost your job here. You feel like your boss stabbed you in the back, your coworker stabbed you in the back, and trying to get anything done in that job was next to impossible. Like, it felt like you were always up against some kind of brick wall or something like that. There was no communication. With the Ten of Wands, you always felt like you were doing things on your own. You had the bulk of the weight. You were trying to, you know, get noticed for things, and you were taking on most of the work, but instead of getting noticed, you were getting, you know, you were having more problems. And then eventually maybe you got let go or something like that. That happened with the Ten of Swords. But this is just an example. That could have been a wake-up call for you to discover that you deserve better, that you want better. And so let's say that you decided, you know what, I've done some soul searching. I'm going to start my own business with this Ace of Pentacles. So you start your own business. You're very passionate about it. You're kind of, working through things. You're putting your name out there. You're going through this whole process. And slowly but surely, you're seeing these positive changes that are coming up with this new beginning, this leap of faith that you took away from this Ten of Swords. And then where does it lead you? To the Four of Wands, where everything is coming together for you with this leap of faith. You're making progress. You still have a way to go, but there's some sort of great achievement that you have accomplished here with the Four of Wands. And what is so interesting to me is in the very beginning, I told you that some of you may be like event planners or something like that with this great achievement card. And then in this last card, the Four of Wands, you actually have a wedding here. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone watching this is contemplating becoming like an event planner, a wedding designer, something like that. Now, it doesn't have to be that. Obviously, not everybody watching this is going to be an event planner or a designer or something like that. But you can kind of think about that metaphorically, how this was the beginning. This was the idea that we had in the very beginning, saying, I am going to be successful doing this. This is number one. So you're taking a leap of faith. You're coming up with a plan, an idea, and you're manifesting it. You're working very, very hard to make it happen. And then in the middle, you have all of this going on here. But at the very end, we see the result of you taking a leap of faith, and you have successfully accomplished what was just an idea over here. So do you see how interesting that is, that your very first card and your very last card are so connected? And it does not have to be anything to do with event planning. I'm just showing you metaphorically how things have aligned in your reading. It's really amazing to me. So I hope this reading helped you. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe. And if you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you can do that on my website, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching.